the little stand here. Get ready to cook. Let's do some cooking. All right. So I like this because when I buy these big packs of chicken, so this is $7.55. It has 10 pieces in it. That's plenty for 2 meals, 3 actually, per. So it's like, 6 meals for $7.55. It's fine for the meat alone. Of course, you have your veggies. That's going to cost, a couple bucks here and there for the sides and stuff. But it's flexible. It's good. So let me get my onions and stuff cleaned over here. I'm doing laundry too. I needed to catch up on some things. So I have been a slacker. Yeah, still working on those energy levels here. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a cold one. If you live in Georgia, get your bread now, get your toilet paper now, get your milk. You got time to prepare. No sense in getting on neighborhood social media apps and screaming because there's no milk. It's the way it does. I mean, you can't wait to get milk after it snows in Atlanta. You just can't. I always keep powdered milk for emergencies, like today. I used a little bit more milk than I normally would in a given week. I usually only use a gallon of milk a week. But today is grocery day. So we were, so I was low this morning, but it was great because I just took some powdered milk and put it in my coffee. Didn't even have to make it. Hey, Camilla, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, jerk chicken's awesome. The only thing is, I wish I could go put it on the grill. I'm not going to do that. It's a little windy to begin with, so I'm not going to try and start any fires. And secondly, it's still cold out. I thought I wasn't going to go out until next week. I mean, literally, not leave the house at all. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm going to try and get out tomorrow and do some stuff in to go ahead and start my seeds. And I don't have to be outside for that, but my dirt is outside currently. And I figure, well, if my dirt's outside, I might as well just do it all outside. So I won't be making a mess in here like I normally do when I start seeds. Now, Camille, you'd probably like this chicken adobo too. It is so super easy, and shallots are optional. I have a shallot here, but I mean, if you just want to use garlic and onion, you can do that too. But I like onion, garlic. Hey, Bernice, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Hunter, how's it going? Hey, Carlos, good to see you. I'm making jerk chicken and I'm making Filipino chicken adobo. It's really simple. And, the way I do it anyway. So for the chicken thighs in my eye, let's go ahead and get that going. I have my oven preheating for the chicken. Like I said, I'd rather do it on the grill, but that ain't happening today. So I'm gonna heat my pan up a little bit here. I'm using my knuckles because I just used my fingers on that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make it fairly easy here. But I love these two dishes because the adobo You just kind of put it in and forget it. And just let it simmer till the meat falls off the bone, and then you reduce the sauce towards the end. So, let me get this chicken in here. Feel if it's hot. I need a little more heat here. I always like to put stuff in hot so it's less likely to stick. And I will put a little bit of flavorless oil in this pan. Now you don't even have to really pre-cook, like you don't have to cook the chicken at all first at all. You can just really dump it all in here. It's just something I do that helps get that and on this dish I'm not a fan of skin on my chicken, but in the chicken adobo that's part of the flavor. So I don't do any anything to and I know some people are going to give me a hard time because I'm not washing my chicken. Well, here in the US you don't have to do that. And if you go to the Food and Drug Administration, is it the FDA? Anyway, USDA food safety website, they will say do not wash your chicken. Why? Because you're more likely to contaminate it if you do that. So for those who don't worry. And I cook the heck out of this anyway, so any contamination is going to be killed if cooked properly. So that's the way I do it. I know everybody's different. No hate, no hate on those who do it different. So the same with cooking without gloves. Baking something or heating it up, it's gonna get sanitized. Now for the adobo and the jerk, I like, I should have ordered more garlic. I see. I said a minute ago, it's grocery day, so I have groceries coming. I order them online and my husband picks them up because it's on his way home. It saves on gas, time, money. And I love the Walmart app. I'm not pushing Walmart, but it's free. And if you order over $35, it's free to have them do your shopping for you. So we have our thighs going. Alright, so let's get our other good stuff going here. So this is a shallot. I'm just using the whole shallot because I like shallot. Again, you don't have to use shallot. You can just use onion and garlic. You don't want a lot of garlic. And this doesn't even have to be cut nicely. It can be a rough chop. I like a chunky sauce. If you do this and you do a little bit of rice with this, it's going to be delicioso. Cut around the booty. Do y'all call the end of your onion and stuff a booty or anything? Hey, Camp G-May. Hey, I forgot to leave a message the other day. I did watch last week's show on repeat. It was a great show. Really good. And I got to watch some, but not all of your thing the other night. Your little sample of past shows. Now I put that out, and I don't know if anyone reached out to you, G-May, but I put that out on Twitter. Yeah, I'm still on Twitter. The only thing I use it for is the promo stuff. because, you know, I like positive things in my life. So I kind of try and stay off there. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. We're going to put a lid on this anyway. It doesn't matter if your skin breaks off or any of that stuff. Like I said, your skin is mainly for flavoring this dish. And I'm going to add a lot of onion because I need to just sharpen my knife. Holy cow. I'll just get a sharp one. How's that? You're not going to go through your stuff like butter. Like I can, these are properly sharpened, and I just use. This is nice. It's small, compact, doesn't take a lot of room. So Smith's, love it. So just a straight use. Slices like that. Yeah, if I can't cut a tomato with my knives, then I know it's definitely time to get sharpened, but yeah, I shouldn't have been struggling to get through that onion like that for sure. It's how my little small hand cuts onion. It's hard for me to even cuss. What do you say? Cuss? Put my fingers and hand around a vegetable that big. I do have tiny hands. I have hands of an 8-year-old. Alright, so we have that ready. Let's get the garlic going. And again, with the garlic, it can be like rough chopped. It doesn't have to be beautiful. And the same with, I like, so my go-to jerk is this. But we're going to enhance this quite a bit. Let me show you this, what it looks like. If you're using a liquid jerk, that's the wrong thing. This is what you want. You want something that you can actually see the herbs in there. You like herbs. This is what it should look like. But I put a little magic in there. We're going to make it really, really good. Now, that's a great brand. The Ocho Rios is another good brand. What's that other one? There's some that are liquidy in the bottle. That's not jerk on it. Now, if I grew my own thyme, I would make my own jerk. But I don't know why I struggle with growing thyme. I don't know if it's the heat, but you would think it's a Mediterranean herb, right? Caribbean, Mediterranean. I used to buy that, the pre-minced garlic. I used to cheat, but I have found that lately, I don't know what they put. I think I bought a Walmart brand. It was awful. It's like they put a bunch of citric acid in it, and it just turns me off to the minced stuff. But if I'm going to make that 40-clove chicken dish, which is really good too, and easy, it's like this. So you just put the chicken in, put 40 cloves of garlic in, you put some chicken broth in, salt, pepper, and you're done. If I make that dish, I'll buy those big cloves. already peeled, just to make life easier. Like I said, I'm just putting these in. You don't have to do this with the chicken. You put everything in all at once and just walk away. Put a lid on it and walk away so it's falling off the bone. All right. Now I'm going to put a little bit of garlic here. Again, it's going to be a rough chop. It doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, if there are any musicians out there and you want to play the next festival with Camp G-May, go check it out. There's live open mic every night. Hey G-May, if you're still there, you know what I would love is a list of equipment needed to do your lives. Or maybe you could just put that as part of your thing. If you need any special things. I'd love Mark Kropka to go on and play because he has some great songs. He wrote an original with for Bimbo that's amazing. It's beautiful. And you know, he went to the Royal Academy for Music in Toronto. That's where he got his music education. And then he went into construction. And that was his career, was construction. Alright, so we just dumped all that in. Well, let me get something silicone so I'm not hurting anybody's ears. Alright. So this you kind of just move around a bit. Like I said, you don't even have to do much with this. And I have skins stuck to the bottom of the pan, and that's fine too. And this is all, everything I'm doing next is all going to be to taste. It's all how you want to do it. So, like I said, this is a pretty easy dish. I'm going to put a bunch of bay leaves in here because I like a lot of bay leaves in this dish. I'm going to put I don't have a lot of chicken in here. That's enough for like 3 meals for us. Now I'm just putting some water in here because we're going to want to put some liquid in here. It'll cook down and then we'll, well, it'll cook and make the chicken super tender. And then we'll take the lid off at the end and that will thicken everything. And then I've got about a cup of water in here. I'm going to put about, I don't know, eighth of a cup of soy sauce. And I'm going to put some rice vinegar in here. I don't have much left, so I have about a tablespoon. So it may not be exactly how I would make it, but I might have some more in the in my pantry. I need to look. And then I have fish sauce, and I'm going to add, I don't know, fish sauce is really potent, and I'm not a huge fan, but I do like it in this dish. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon in. So I don't take the lid all the way off, so I can just kind of sprinkle it in. And it doesn't come pouring out. Super easy. And then, let me look real quick if I have any Yes. I do have some rice wine vinegar, so I'm going to open this up. Ooh, maybe a little too much. And then I like this one. This will kind of thicken the sauce too and give it a little sweetness. That's why I love this dish. It has sweet, sour, savory, and then you have the onion and the garlic and the bay leaves. I'm going to put about that much in. And what I do is I just taste it. Once it gets to where the chicken and stuff is kind of falling off the bone and I've reduced it, I will taste of it, as I say, and see if I like the flavor profile. If not, I just make the adjustments, right? That's the beauty of it. Now, this dish normally calls for a whole peppercorn, but Chris is not a fan of pepper and he doesn't like biting down into a whole peppercorn. But if I grind it, he doesn't notice it so much. So, and there's no risk of him biting down into it. So now the onions aren't translucent, but you know, stuff is cooked down. I hope you can see that a little bit. But they're not 100% translucent. And that's okay, because they don't have to be. And this, you make a little bit of rice, and you're going to want to, because you're going to want something that absorbs this wonderful sauce besides just the chicken. So, all right, let's go in with the liquid. And it's covered about halfway. That's all you need. And then we'll come in here like, I don't know, every half hour or so, and or 20 minutes, somewhere in there. And we'll flip them. Flip them good. All right. So this is done. Just let it cook till the meat falls off the bone. You get my lid. So Hunter, do you play any musical instruments? I want to know. I think you'd like play harmonica or something. Why don't you take up harmonica? There you go. There's an activity. Computer and harmonica. I have a harmonica and I have a book. And I was into it for a while, but I was a smoker back then too, though. I don't know. Maybe I should take it up again. All right, this needs to go to the back. I like to refrigerate all my Asian stuff. So all that will go in the back. Now let's work on the jerk sauce. Let's enhance that now. What I do with the jerk sauce, I also add a little bit of sugar. Because it's a good balance with the heat. And I'm just going to mix. I'm going to be lazy today and just mix it in my pan here. And I have an aluminum pan, or I have a ceramic pan covered in aluminum. That's what we're working with. Get this kind of out of my way for a minute. Should I bring you all over here? I think you can see all right from there. All right, so I'm going to just take Since I only have 5 pieces of chicken, I'm just going to use, I don't know, a good clumpy 2 tablespoons of, well, let's make it 3, of jerk seasoning. I'll leave that out in case I want to do more. And here we go, crushing the garlic. So on this, what, 3 tablespoons? Let's see what I end up with, but I say the more garlic on the jerk, the better. And let's go ahead and add this sugar now, because it can start melting in the seasoning. Not a lot, though. I mean, I say not a lot. I guess it's all subjective, right? But, and that's a mild jerk. It's not the hot, so be careful. Both of them have mild and hot. Just like Jamaican Patty's mom. And there is a big difference between the hot and the mild. Huge. Ask me how I know. And this is still pretty spicy. Will you get that, Hunter? Oh, gosh. I know, I'm funny. Funny, aren't I? You might mod me, you might kick me off my own show. All right, 2. And again, this jerk seasoning that I'm using, you can use this or Ocho Rios brand. But this is the Walker Woods it's Tickmon. You need that. You need to be able to see the herbs. Don't get that liquid stuff if you want really good, more authentic jerk. If you're from Jamaica or the Caribbean, let me know how you season yours. Y'all probably make your own sauce. But I don't know. Like I said, the jarred stuff is pretty good if you add to it, in my opinion. Because I've been to a lot of jerk restaurants. I've been to a lot of Caribbean restaurants. All right. And I think this is just as good. In fact, there was a restaurant that had a really good lunch special with wings. And this is what they would do. And I swear that stuff was so addicting. They'd put a lot of chunky garlic in it. And they would put, I know they put some, I don't know if it was palm sugar or if it was brown sugar or molasses or crack. It was something good because, oh my gosh. But then I just started making my own at home. That's why I like going out to eat at restaurants. I'll find something I really like and then I'll come home and make it. So Chris doesn't mind taking me out to good restaurants every now and then. If G-May's still here, you know what I'd love to do is make some Burma Star salad. But I've looked online at the ingredients and my gosh, they're expensive. But now I saw we have a new Burma restaurant in Atlanta. I need to go check it out. I don't know if they do the fermented tea salad or not. But man, I love a good salad. And I will argue with Danny the medic to the end. He has said, nobody has said, oh my gosh, the salad's so good. I do it all the time. I told Angela today I'm craving that salad I had in San Juan at the Commodore. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to grow those peppers that I had in it. It doesn't look like much from my video because I messed it all up before I videotaped. Alright. Alright. Lots of garlic. What was that? About 5 or 6 cloves. So once you do that, and I have my oven preheated to 350, look at that. That is looking good. If you could smell it, it smells amazing. I can almost tell by the smell that it's good. It is good. I don't think it's going to need anything else. All right, so the next thing we do here with the chicken is get rid of my skins. This is great because I'll probably eat the jerk tonight, and then have the adobo this weekend. Tomorrow night I'm making burgers though because I'm craving a dang good burger. Let's go ahead and close this up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be a little. So now I just want to get all the lumps out of that brown sugar. Hello, anyone who's come in. I do all kinds of cooking, and I think I have these recipes already done, but I'm starting to do live cooking because I don't always capture everything I'm cooking or everything I'm doing when I do a live video. And I've come to realize a lot of people don't have the skills sometimes to really know what to do in between what I'm filming. I kind of film like I assume everybody knows how to do certain things. I'm going to turn this down some. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so then what I do with the jerk chicken is you need to come in here. Well, I like to come in here and actually cut grooves and slash the chicken a bit. That way when we go to put the seasoning in there, it gets down into it. All right. You can use any cut of meat you want. And I will say, I like, using this method and getting those, on a breast or whatever. Even if it's dry, your mouth ends up watering because of the jerk is so good. All right. It's going to get a little messy here. Let's stir this a bit more because that brown sugar is dissolving. All right. I'm going in here and sanitizing all of this around here anyway. All right, so then you have your pieces of chicken. You just want to go in there and fill those little gaps up. You want to rub that around. Smush it all in. There's one. But I would say if you don't like things too spicy, be careful with filling those gaps. Or even, you don't even have to cut these gaps, but we like some heat. So they're going to be spicy. This is a really thin piece of chicken. I'm going to be cooking these like really, really well. All right. Easy peasy. And lay out your chicken. Get rid of this. Wash your hands well. Because it's hot in here, baby. Don't rub your eye. Be careful going to the bathroom. You can use some vinegar and soap too. Vinegar helps cut the spice, the heat from the peppers down. All right, so I'll show you what we got. It is 5:30. This is gonna be perfect because I'm gonna cook these about an hour. It's gonna be delish. All right, and the oven's on at like 350. Now what I might do at the end is you cook it on the grill. The herbs get kind of crispy. And so delicious. So I may turn the oven on broil at the last minute. So let's see what we got going on here. Put my herbs away. Herbs. I'm tight on room when it comes to my herbs. I do like the ones in the packets though, but if I had everything in a packet, it would drive me nuts. Y'all want to see my herb cabinet? Shall I show it? Hey, Dan, how's it going? Here's my herb cabinet. I got real chilies. I got liquid smoke, base seasoning. I've got Persian dried limes, curry leaves, mushroom, umami, turmeric. That's a bag of turmeric. I've got fenugreek, saison, chicken tomato bouillon. I got all kinds of stuff. And this is that stuff I put on my popcorn now. I've got more peppers up there in the back. I've got all these. I've got homemade vanilla extract that I've had for that's 3 years in the making. I got some instant pho here. If you don't have time to make your own broth, these are really, really good. But yeah, I got a lot of Indian spices. I have my own spice mixes. That's a rub. This is that's garam masala that I made. So I do a lot of herbs. And there's my latest vanilla. I'll be ready in a year. So vanilla. I love the way Bernadette Peters said that on The Jerk. Should we make some rice? I think we need some rice. Oh yeah, did you get it at Angelina's Spartan Dam? Looks like Angelina's always does some really good food. Really amazing food. Y'all want to see my crazy way of making rice? Let me bring you over here. Let's watch a gringa make rice. I need to put this back in the fridge. I'm only gonna make a little because, well, shoot. Maybe I should make a lot because I'm gonna have I have that adobo, and the adobo really needs something to sop up that juice. It really does. All right, let me get my rice. Let me get my rice. Let me move you back a bit. All right. I like Mahatma for regular rice. Let's make my rice. Pour it in. This is what I'm making. The jerk will be for tonight. Tomorrow I'm having burgers. And then Saturday we'll have the adobo. I'm gonna try and get out in the garden Saturday. We'll see. So I have my Chokoloski Island shirt there. We went there for a morbid reason. My crazy husband read a story about this guy who was killed by the townspeople. And not only did we go to Chokoloski Island, which is like in the Everglades, we went to his burial site in Fort Myers, which is pretty far north of where he lived. But I guess his daughter buried him. I don't know how he ended up with a daughter that got so lucky, but she ended up marrying the first banker of Fort Myers and became pretty wealthy. But her dad was a menace. So I kind of wash the rice, and I wash it, I mean, not as if I were making like some dishes, not like there's this Persian dish, I forget what it's called, begins with a T. But when I make that, I really have to rinse the rice a lot for that dish. And it's such a good dish. I should make that sometime. It's a basmati rice with butter that you layer in between. You layer it with dried fruits and pistachio. Oh my gosh. It is so good. It has saffron. And this is how we do it. This will help keep, when you rinse it like this, it will keep your rice from getting too sticky and mushy. Because it's washing away a lot of that starch. Alright. That's pretty clear, not 100%, but pretty clear. And then I'm going to fill it up to about there. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay, so then what I do is, and you may have seen this. So there's my rice there, right? And so what I do is kind of make sure it's level. And I stick my finger in there. And it should be hitting just that first line on your finger, which this is actually perfect. But I want to put a little less on, Because what I do now is I cook my rice for 20 minutes. I hope you can see that. I cook my rice for 20 minutes and then I let it sit for 5 without stirring it. Now get any residual moisture out. So that's how I measure and do my rice. It works marvelously. I mean, you'd think that it's a crazy way to do things, but it works. It works, it works. All right. Now my new faucet does too much splashy splash. So Dan, did you get plenty of rest the other day? I am. It is definitely Dan. And because I have the camera kind of pointed downwards towards whatever I'm doing, it makes it doubly difficult because then I have to like stoop over and look up and not try and get my hair in whatever I'm cooking. But I'm here now. I've got stuff going. So yeah, I just have my pan on high. I cook it regular at this point. I'm going to put a little tad of salt. You know what? No, I'm not. Because there's plenty of salt. Look, actually, that jerk doesn't have a lot of sodium. Let's see. But obviously, the adobo does because it has a soy sauce. Oh, well. So it's 950 milligrams or 41% of your daily. And 1 tablespoon, and I only used about 3 tablespoons. So it is a little bit high. It's 2,700, but if I don't put salt in anything else, then I'm good. I'm good. So we'll do the rice without salt. I'm going to come in here and sanitize everything. I guess that norovirus is still going around. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. Let me turn my dryer back on real quick too. But yeah, I haven't had a stomach virus, knock on wood, in a long, long time. Get this out of the way. The sterilized. Man, that's the only thing about garlic. Dang stuff goes everywhere. Are y'all ready for trivia Friday night? I need to fit. Oh, Friday night, that's tomorrow night. Crap. Oh, we got an appointment tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, and I need to write the trivia. That might help. What do you think? I have 2 questions so far. I'll leave it at 15. I'll leave it at 15 because that was a good time. I mean, I stayed over more than what I thought I would. I was trying to keep it to an hour. Oh, yeah. Angelina's always looks good. Oh. No bay leaves? You don't eat the bay leaves. They're more for flavoring. I'm surprised. They usually put bay leaves in like soup and actually in Mexican food, Dan, they actually will, they make a homemade enchilada sauce. And I've done this myself. They make a homemade enchilada sauce. They probably are grinding bay leaves in it. they both cook with it and grind it in their sauces a lot of times. To the side. So this is just vinegar water. Use it as a, I wipe everything down with vinegar water. Just like an extra thing. All right, so my rice is starting to boil. Dan, since I wish you were here to make my hamburgers for tomorrow, because your hamburgers always look so good. They really, really do. All right, so now that this is at a boil, well, it was at a boil. Wait till. Do you put onions and stuff in your burgers, Dan? All right, so that's at a boil. We're gonna put the lid on, turn it down to simmer, and we're gonna put the timer on for 20. And then once the 20 is done, and we're gonna take it off and just let it sit and be happy for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, and then we'll fluff it. Fluffy, 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 yeah. Hunter, if you're there, do you like fish? Do you like the band Fish? I like some of their stuff. I like the Junta album. And I did see them live in concert once. Too many people tripping, though, on for me. I stayed in the back of the amphitheater in case I had to make a quick run out of there. All right. We're all clean and sanitized over there again. Which is good. I'm a hyper wiper. I am. So now what we need to do is I'm going to wipe this area real quick. See, because I have stuff flying. Tonight I'm just probably going to have the rice. I don't know. Do I want rice? Yeah. A little bit of rice tonight. A little bit of rice tomorrow for Saturday. But tomorrow's burger night. So I'm just craving them, Dan. It's all your fault. And then I always blame everything on Dan because he triggers my cravings. That's what he does. So yeah, rice, and then I'll probably just make a salad. I think a simple salad. Just lettuce and tomato. I'm not into the carrots and stuff today. I've done a lot today. For me, having been sick. Oh, let's do this. Let's check in on our chicken adobo. Look at that. No fuss, no muss. Put it in the pan and let it cook. I will scrape the bottom a bit because it had that skin on there. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And you can use this, any kind of meat. Well, mainly in the Philippines. I've never seen a beef done. And they might do beef, but I've only seen it done with chicken and pork. And I have done both, but I prefer chicken because chicken is so bland anyway. It needs a little oomph, and this definitely gives it that oomph. But look how chunky it is with all the, and look at the color on the back side. So there's the front side, and there's the back side, having absorbed a lot of that deliciousness into the meat. But I like a lot of the garlic, onion, and shallot in there. Again, you don't have to have shallot for this, but bay leaves. I'll go over the ingredients again. The chicken, onion. I put shallot in there, a lot of garlic, a lot of garlic. You want skin on because that's where your flavor is. I don't eat the skin. My husband does. Blah. And then for the sauce, it's water, soy sauce, fish sauce, just a little. I mean, it's all to taste. And I put a little brown sugar in there, and then you put bay leaves. Normally you would put whole peppercorns in here. I don't. Chris, my husband, does not like whole peppercorns. I do. But he doesn't know. I grind a lot of pepper in here. Is what I do instead. 'Cause he doesn't like biting down on them. All right, so we turn that. And we'll come down. It's going to be about ready to check again when this rice is ready in 15 minutes. So everything is right on point. My laundry should be dry right after that, so I can fold another load of darks, and then I have whites waiting to go in the dryer after that. So yeah, moving along today. Getting stuff done, so I'm kind of freed up the weekend. I'm hoping tomorrow, I need to look at the weather again. It's supposed to be a little warm, but I don't know if I'm doing trivia tomorrow. Hey Nate, good to see you. You love the skin? I know. Hey Penny, how are you doing? Hey Mark, good to see you. Good to see you. You know, somebody came in here the other day, the stew report. Stew report is one word, and I missed him. So he had been commenting a lot on my videos, and he was gone for a while. And he came back in the other day for a bit, and I was cooking. And y'all saw when I'm cooking, I can't read. I don't have time. I'm cooking. I don't have time to read the comments so much. And I apologize for that, but you know, yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't want to get my hair in my food by bending over and checking out the comments. So, yeah. Anyway, so that was a pretty good go on the food. I said I don't even remember. Well, it's been 58 minutes I've been going at it, but I cooked 2 dishes. So I don't even have to cook. I have tonight's dinner, I have Saturday night's dinner, and the rice. All I have to do is a veggie for Saturday night. So it's going to be easy peasy. And that's kind of what I do now when I get one of those big containers of chicken, because it is like $7.50 for 10 thighs. Get it while you can. Because I just read today, like, I don't know how many eggs got destroyed or something recently. And my neighbor's chickens, they died. She hadn't told me why. I'm going to guess that it's bird flu. I'm going to guess. But she didn't call the USDA and have them checked or inspected or any of the ground sanitized or anything. So maybe she'll kill off that coyote back there. I don't know. I just hope the stray cats don't get sick. So not strays, but neighborhood cats that get out. So I'm trying to get the word out down here in the South. It's probably going to be another snow event. If not, it's going to be pretty darn cold. It's going to get down in the teens for a couple days. That's the other thing I have to do this weekend. I don't know that I have to do it tomorrow. I think Saturday, definitely. I have to get out there and I've got to wrap that orange tree because it's going to get down to, I think, 11 degrees and something else. And the orange tree is good down to 15 degrees. We'll see though, because we didn't hit 15. We got close. We got 17. And that was really close. So hopefully it didn't kill it. We'll see. It may have burnt the ends a bit. But with the snow, I'm going to think it protected it more than hurt it. It's probably more insulation once that ice came later in the day. But yeah, people need to prepare now. They have time. But I bet you there are going to be people screaming because their power's out or they don't have milk and everybody's selfish because they grabbed all the milk. Just powdered milk. Hey, Faye, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? I just sat down. We just finished cooking. I have rice on. I have chicken in the oven. I have chicken on the stove. We got chicken. There's a presentation somebody did, and it was so funny because I think my dad, because he was told, like, in sales, like, oh, yeah, take your client PowerPoint presentations, and he hated PowerPoint. He thought they were the most boring thing ever. He said you should be able to get your point across on a whiteboard, especially if you're a salesman. And so he was like, you want a PowerPoint? And he went to a whiteboard and he like put a dot on it. He goes, there's your point. So he was a darn good salesman. But anyway, there was a guy who on YouTube, and I think the video is called just chicken. And he's doing a presentation, and all it is him saying chicken. It's awesome. And then it just, and you think it's going to end, and he just keeps on, which got the crowd was roaring, you know. It is funny. And then everybody else starts laughing, so you start laughing. It's stupid but silly and funny. But so how do y'all watch a lot of shorts? How are you feeling about, like, there's this guy, he's always doing stuff. Well, in China they do this, and the other day he said in China they teach kids how to cook full meals in school, and they're all American kids, right? And they're not even in China. It's like at some company. It's like an event place that you can bring your kids and they cook. But are you really I'm tired of videos like that. I'm tired of videos that lie. Like he said, one was it was in a greenhouse and they laid all these sweet potatoes down, and he said that they cover it with insecticide, and you just saw them pouring this liquid matter all over the sweet potatoes that were in the ground. And then he said they cover them and then they get the sprouts, and from the sprouts and they plant, you know, a bunch of potatoes. And everybody was just screaming. Man, Faye. Hey, if you want to call me, give me a call. I got my shoulder right here. It's ready. Anytime, girl. Anytime. Oh, gosh. That's a lot. Chris and I were talking about aging last night. What was the number? 4 in 10 people will have dementia. I was like, why even try? Like, his dad was super thin, had been diagnosed at some point with hypoglycemia. So he, like, the only sugar he would eat is ice cream, rarely, because the Fat slows the absorption of the sugar. And he would occasionally have one of those, was it Cadbury with the fruit and nut? But let me get this right. He was one of those people, like he would eat one little cube of the fruit and nut Cadbury and put it away. He mountain biked. He was thin. I mean, thin. He was way taller than Chris. He's 6'3", super tall, and he probably had I don't know. Did he have a 24-inch waist? I mean, thin guy. Mountain bike, hiked. You know, he put a hurting on Chris in Denver. They went hiking in Denver, and Chris was huffing and puffing. And this was years ago, because they would do a father-son vacation every April, and they would go out west. And he put a hurting on Chris. We thought he would outlive us all, and he was a member of Mensa. He went to Harvard. He, did all the things. He ended up with dementia. So all that stuff they tell you about, watch what you eat, get your exercise. He always did that. It just didn't help. It's sad. Oh no. Now, I'm glad they checked for bladder infection. That's what they do with dementia patients when they get kind of snippy and riled up and off, and they're not themselves. They'll send them to the ER to check for a UTI or bladder infections because it is so common. It's so common. Now, my mother-in-law is dealing with her sister she was out in New Mexico by herself, not functioning. And yeah, that DNRs are important. And that's the thing we've said, you're not having a quality of life once you hit dementia. So a DNR is pretty important. So, you can have some dementia and some quality of life. What I loved about Chris's dad is he loosened up a bit once he got dementia. He was so I don't know. He had a good sense of humor and he was very loving and had great puns, and he had better puns when he got dementia. Can you believe it? Or just comments we took him to his mom's funeral, and I had to put his tie on him. And so I got his tie on it, and I kept it loose. And he never had to wear a tie his whole career. But I did keep it a little loose, and I just said, if you want to adjust it, adjust it. And I think his girlfriend said, "How does that feel?" And he said, "It feels like a garrote." Who would use the term garrote? A garrote is like a lasso. But he used that term. He didn't use lariat or, lasso. He said garrote. So crazy. So that term always sticks in my mind. Garrote. And then what was the other? One of his last big meals we took him. That was the other thing. So once he got dementia, he was starting to lose weight. So I'm like, you know what? He needs finger foods. Give him freaking chicken fingers, give him pizza, and he needed the weight. So I'm like, give him as much junky chips, finger food, anything you can give him. So they did, and he was doing really well. And in fact, because you lose your taste buds when you get dementia too, or that can be a thing, we started bringing him more and more junk food, fast food, restaurant food. We go to Steak and Shake and different places. And there was one day that we didn't know his girlfriend was going over there for lunch, and she didn't know we were going over there for lunch, and we both picked junk food up at a fast food place for him. And I think we had picked up some barbecue for him though. Mac and cheese and barbecue sandwich, stuff like that. And so his girlfriend said, "Wow, this sure is a lot of food." And he said, "This isn't a picnic. This is a picnic." Yeah. And he died just a few weeks later. Yeah. Yeah. On St. Patty's Day. Yeah. Crazy. Like I said, he was sharp as a tack, and some things like I said, he had a better sense of humor somewhat than he did when he was, because he would always do groaner puns, and that was just hilarious. Um, but yeah, it's so crazy dementia is, and it's different for everyone, you know. And what's hard about these homes, there's supposed to be memory care, but nobody knows memory care. Nobody's read the books on how to deal with dementia. They haven't been properly trained on, like, they figure, oh, you're a CNA, let's just take care of the patients. You know, get them to food, get them to get up in the morning, get them to breakfast, get them to, no, they need training. Because he lashed out. I mean, he was the most passive man ever. And one time, I guess some woman was trying to get him to go to a meal, and he was moving slow. And so I don't know if she grabbed him to, like, come on, but she didn't say, like, you got to tell a dementia patient, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, let's do this, before you do it. Right. So when she went to grab him, he like backhanded her. I don't know how it went down, because believe it or not, we didn't find out about it till they said, oh, you need to put him somewhere else, which was bothersome. And even there, we had an ombudsman with it. I can never say it. Ombudsman for him. So it was an impartial advocate. And those are generally free. He was always a hiker biker, right? So we hired a personal trainer to come and take him out for walks. We did as much as we could to keep him happy. But when that incident happened, like, what they should have done is walk away and then come back a little while later and act like they've never even said it before. You know, you need to come back and say, hey, it's breakfast time. Are you ready? Let's go. No, they didn't do that. They were trying to force him so they could mark it off their list. They needed to go deal with some other patients and then come back to him. So apparently he wasn't quite awake yet. All right, so that's our rice. No rice-a-roni here. Although sometimes I'll get rice-a-roni and I'm like, I had it as a kid. And I'm thinking, dang, sometimes that looks good. All right, timer off for 5 minutes. All right, and we're gonna look at this. This is Saturday night's dinner, Faye. I've got chicken in the oven for jerk chicken, and then I've got this Filipino adobo chicken going on. And see, look at that. Look at it. It's falling off the bone. It's kind of what you want, because all that sauce gets up in there. Get up in there. I kind of like shred it with my fork just a little bit to get it all saucy. We like saucy. All right. Just let that keep going. Especially now that I broke it up. Because I will really get in there deep. I check my jerk chicken out. See how that's going. That's a juicy. Oh, I didn't know you couldn't see. Sorry. I readjusted the camera there. Oops. I think I'm going to turn the jerk up. I have it on 350. I'm going to turn it up to 400 because it's letting out juices. And I want those to evaporate. So yeah, I'm going to put it up at 400. Let's take it. I'll show you here. That's what our chicken looks like now. It's like it's so good. Filipino adobo chicken. And my the jerk chicken is, I amped up the sauce the way I like it. The way I like it. And he said, all those smells, oh yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. And these smells, when it gets like this, like Chris doesn't know what we're having. He walks in the door and just says, man, that smells good. So, all right. Let me get you there because I'm multitasking. It's time for laundry. Oops. Oh, laundry. How does it keep building? Like it never ends, does it? It never ends. Now, Chris's stuff, I just let him, he has a lot of shirts. I just let him hang his own stuff. I'd blow my nose. Man, I can't get over this crap. I don't know why. I'm over it. I'm over it, but I can't get over it. So, and I'm so goofy because even though I hang all of my shirts, I still feel like I have to fold them. Does anyone else do that? Laundry. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. Like, what it was terrible was when I worked on the West Coast and lived on the East Coast. I would fly home. I'd get home, I don't know, between 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, on a Friday night. And then I would do laundry, go grocery shopping, cook some meals for Chris. And then I would turn around and Monday I would fly out again at like, I'd be up around, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning to catch a flight to go to work. And then I would get there into the office on the West Coast around 9 a.m. And then they'd want to work us late on Monday. It always killed me. But the money was good, so I'll take it. The money was excellent. Oops. All right. So what do I have here? I have 2 pairs of pajamas and a shirt. And I put some, what did I already put back? A pair of pants and 3 other shirts. That's my laundry for the week. Because I don't do much. So I ended up wearing pants twice and shirts daily. Or like yesterday, I didn't even get dressed. I was so tired and I slept. I slept a lot. I think I got 11 or 12 hours sleep, much needed. But I just had no energy all day. All right, so I have a clean tablecloth. I love these vintage tablecloths when I can find them. They're just so colorful. All right. Chris will get the last load because it's white. And bending over to get them out of the washer hurts my hips. So he always does the whites when he comes home. All right, what are we doing? We're doing the rice. Time to fluff the rice. It's set 5 minutes. Timer on. I should probably put the timer on for the chicken though in the oven. Start. All right. Now we will fluff. There's my rice. Let me put you down a little bit. Oh yeah. Look at that good fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. Fluffy rice. All right. Not mushy, still has some texture. Perfect. All right. Now we can go talk again. But yeah, it is tough with the nursing care. So yeah, I was saying my mother-in-law just brought her sister over from New Mexico. She was over there. Had a mess of an apartment because she was going blind. And she had dementia. And there was a lot of stuff, a lot of people coming in and out of her house, taking advantage of her. She had one good neighbor that watched over her, though. Luckily, she was lucky, but she had some crap happen to her. I need some water. I need to hydrate. Now, I try not to eat too much rice, Faye, but some of these do like this chicken adobo with that sauce. You gotta have something to sop it up. And then the jerk chicken, you need to have a little something to cut that heat. So, but anyway, back to my mother-in-law. So her sister's here now, and she'll just break down crying some days. She's really struggling with the nursing care. Like, I don't think anyone's supervising her medication. Like, what the heck? What the heck? Oh yeah, those are so soft, Faye. But yeah, so she doesn't want to get anybody fired. She just wants them to do their job, you know? But she's infuriated by having to like micromanage everything over there as much as she's paying. And the thing is, like, she has the money. She was in the military. She's a retired military nurse. So she has good insurance. She has the care. She has all the stuff. And it's not like, you know, she could be a patient that runs out of money and is only going to be there a short time. The plan is to keep her there until she passes, you know. And I don't know. I don't know about that. And then she just had to redo her phone because she kept calling 911 like repeatedly. So, and really for no reason. I think she just kept hitting the emergency button. I don't think my mother-in-law realized that there was an emergency button. So she kept hitting that, I guess. So I think she just got her like a basic phone to help with that. Oh, and I went over there and I didn't even get any water. Man, Wow. He does all the cooking. Ring bologna and sauerkraut right now. Ooh, I've never had that. I have never had that. So just the slice bologna with the red thing around it. And then what? You fry it and then put kraut on it. Actually sounds good. I love it. I like fried bologna. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh, Faye, you're too funny. Yeah. Just I'll give you a hint though, Faye. So when people start running, don't run against them like you're running to your room. You run out the door like you heard it first and you were already prepared. Don't ask me how I know. Mm. I don't know. Fat ring baloney. See, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. The only thing we have down here that I'm used to is just bologna. But you know, there is this viral sandwich. I don't know if you've seen it. Apparently, it's popular in Spain. And the wait, so they said, I didn't see any line or anything like that. The wait is an hour and a half to get to the sandwich. And it's, what is the name of the bread? Stratacaccia. It's like a focaccia, but it's a bit thinner. And the way the guy made it on the, I don't know if it was short or did I watch the full video. And the way he made it, it wasn't the same as what they do in the store. And then I saw another comment where they were saying that he didn't make the pistachio sauce right. But so it's like a pesto out of just pistachio nuts, olive oil, a little bit of lemon, and apparently somebody said you put a little bit of mascarpone cheese in there too. And then you take the burrata. I don't know if you know what burrata is, but it's like a mozzarella full of cream and it gets ooey gooey and it's full of fat. Like I think one burrata has 100 grams of fat in it. It's ridiculously good though. And but you pull that, and so you have all this cream and this soft, super soft mozzarella shredded up. So you have that hot bread out of the oven. You put that pesto stuff on there and you sprinkle some fresh pistachio, that pulled mozzarella that's all creamy, and then they take mortadella. So mortadella is kind of like a bologna, but it has pistachio in it, for those who don't know what mortadella is. And you know, you put it in the little stacks on the bread, and then they drizzle honey on it. Oh my God. It looks so good. I want to go to Spain just for that. Oh, kielbasa. Okay. That I know. That I know. I love sauerkraut though. I'm going to have to like break down and make some kraut in my German crock. Or should I wait till I get good pickles? So that's the thing. I wanted to break in my crock with some really, really, really good dill garlic pickles. And I've had that crock for how many years now? I bought it specifically for garlic pickles. Because I'm not a pickle fan, but I did make like fresh fermented pickles a few years back. But that can be messy and kind of time consuming a bit, but I don't know. But I wanted to get a real pickle crock, and so I bought this thing and I've yet to use it. I'll show you what I made it with though. I made my other pickles. If I can find this stuff. I'm going to bust these one day. Find my pickling stuff. see if it's in any of these. I don't know. I don't have that stuff anymore. Oh, here they are. So you use a regular mason jar. And I don't know if I got these off the internet or not. And then I got these to make, you use these to make wine and other stuff. And so the air doesn't get into your jar. And so you just put your salt, your water, your herbs, and you put whatever spices you want in it. And then you just stick this bubbler in. And so there are little micro holes in it. And it lets just enough air out without getting bacteria into your pickles. And I like this method because I don't like stuff that's super, super sour. Now, I like sweet. I like sweet and sour. But these really made really good pickles. The best I think I've ever had. Actually, they're kind of like if you've ever had those Grillo's pickles out of the store. Those are kind of a natural ferment, I think. But those I like, but I don't know, but I think Grillo's, they just put a lot of salt in it and a little bit of vinegar and water, so they taste more like natural pickles. They've been through a real fermentation process. But I got these at a homebrew shop, and I think I got the lids at a homebrew shop too. So if you want to make your own wine, you can do that as well, which I've never tried. Never tried doing, but you just put a little water in here, and this water in here will seal it, and you'll watch it, it'll bubble up. But I still had some overage, some overspill a little bit out of the top. So you just have to be careful with that. But it does work pretty darn well. This came from my local homebrew place. But it says it came out of the vintage shop. Or vintner shop? It says vintage. I would think it'd be a vintner. But, oh, and then here's my receipt. Those little bubblers. Okay. So I did get the lids were, I got 5 lids for $8.95. And I got 5 of the bubblers for $7.50. So for a total of $20. So it isn't too bad. Not too bad. We love you too, Faye. You're the best. You are the best. And I know it's been hard. I know it's been hard. But tomorrow we're doing trivia, so if you can make it and have time, we'd love to see you. I think I'm doing 80s trivia tomorrow night. So at 8 o'clock, and then Saturday night I'm interviewing Mark again for the second interview. I was gonna do it. If you see Rita, let her know. Because I'd forgotten that I'm doing the interview with Mark on Saturday. And so I said we'd do trivia Saturday night, but no, we're doing it Friday. So, and we're going to be back at it till, I don't know, we'll see what March weather does. I'm just going to play it by ear. But you know me, if it's starting to get nice, I'm going to be out doing gardening. 8 o'clock Eastern. Sorry, 8 Eastern. So, yeah. And everybody wants to, I think, stick with the music, which is appropriate for this crowd. So, And I'm also sticking a little bit of trivia from maybe a video or two that I've already done. So, yeah, I'm going to be sneaky like that. Last week, this guy Vinny won. He said he was just like perusing the internet to see who was live, and saw I was live, and he came in and he won. He won trivia. I think he came in a little bit late too. Mm. So he and Leah were tied. They were tied. If you were there and came in late, I'm sorry. I can't remember anything. So I think I'm already getting like dementia. Dementia. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Hey, Mark, how's it going? I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Oh, no. Penny. Ugh. I couldn't imagine.
No.
Oh, I'm glad he's home and doing better too. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, my dad had two double bypasses. Does he have an ICD too? Whoops. Groceries are here. We are live.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, you've been listening?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I already knew about the liquor and the no-go.
Oh yeah, I thought I'm gonna make this. So I'm gonna make this dish. It has sweet potatoes, coconut milk, kale, and chickpeas. Oh no, Penny. I hear that this pneumonia is going around like crazy. Y'all be careful out there. So I'm on Nextdoor, which it's as bad as X a lot of times. But I've been looking for some furniture or whatever. When my dishwasher broke down, I was looking for a dishwasher. I was looking for anything I could get used. But one of my neighbors said she's probably in her 60s, otherwise healthy, no high blood pressure problems, anything like that. And she said that she started feeling off, and she monitors her blood pressure. So sorry about that. She took her blood pressure and it was high. She had high blood pressure. So she went to the ER because it's so unusual. And she had pneumonia. Can you believe that? She had no symptoms. Walking pneumonia, it's a thing going around right now. It's terrifying. And I haven't been better yet since I got COVID. I'm going to say it. I don't care what YouTube does. I don't think they're that bad about it now. I mean, heck, I'm not talking about how to treat it. But my neighbors are. My neighbors are talking about how to cure cancer with ivermectin. Oh my gosh, that's why I hate Nextdoor. That's why I said it's as bad as Twitter, X, whatever. Oh my gosh. But I'm just not feeling better. So I don't know if I may have also picked up pneumonia or what. But I go to the doctor next week. So I'll have her check. Maybe if she feels we need to. But I'll be exhausted tomorrow probably, and I've got a busy day tomorrow just because I'm doing all this stuff. I don't have a lot of energy. I get it for a day and then I'm down. I've really got a lot to do. I saw doing that dish and putting cashews in it. And these cashews are so much cheaper than a lot of the other brands. See, and it didn't say that it had salt, and they gave me one with salt. It's not bad. It's 20 milligrams. And I'm using it for texture, not for munchies so much. So, but yeah, I'm gonna make that, and I'm gonna make another. Yeah, I got the pneumonia shot too, but this doesn't. This pneumonia going around mark is not covered by the pneumonia shot. I'm gonna make some mussels. An easy way, because I was trying to do some Super Bowl videos, and I made mussels one year for the Super Bowl. Let me tell you, I mean, everybody had dips and chips and I don't know what else they had, but I put those mussels down. I went upstairs, I came back, and it was gone. It was gone. People loved them. Yeah, everyone seemed to like the sushi video too. So it's just an easy, cheap way to make sushi without all the fuss and muss. So I like that. Easy, easy, easy does it. In fact, I almost got some of that fake sushi. I've actually been losing weight, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I gained there for a while because it was weird. Even though I was on all those steroids, I didn't eat a lot because I was just so sick. And then, I don't know, I think I was feeling weak and tired and like I needed a lot of food and energy. So then I ate stuff I normally don't eat, like macaroni and cheese. I satisfied some cravings, so to say. And I put on some weight, and I'm not mad about it because it's already gone. So I think I'm back down to the weight I was before I got sick. So at Christmas. But I'm ready to start feeling better. I'm telling you. Like I said, I'll probably well, I know I've got a doctor appointment next week. It's going to be cold too. I'm dreading it just because it's going to be so cold. I don't want to get out there. I did a short outside my car today for another YouTuber, Q, because I told her, which she does videos, and she was holding her camera. I told her my butt puckers every time I see her driving, and she'll say I'm not a very good driver, and I don't drive too far, but yet she was videotaping. I was like, you got to get this device. So I showed her what device I use. Then she couldn't figure out how to get it on. So I went out and made a video today. But look at my seed holder, right? So now I also use it to hold my Swiffer things. And I bought this stupid thing to hold my bags because I was putting it in this little thing that needs to be cleaned. And now I just stick the bags in here. It works really well because those are my winter seeds anyway. I don't have a lot of those. I'm gonna go try and go out to the garden because the dish I'm making with the sweet potato, coconut milk, chickpeas, that needs some kale, and hopefully I'll have some kale um, to put in it from the garden. If not, I know I have some pak choy. I'll just throw that in there. You had better be gluteal only shot. So you have to drop your drawers. Oh gosh. He might like that though, Faye. I don't know about Mark. He might like that. Oh gosh. Yeah, I've got all my shots. I got the shingles, I've got the RSV, I've got the latest, greatest that I got before the trip. And thank goodness I did, because I couldn't imagine what my body would have been doing right now had I not had that latest and greatest booster, whatever, the newest shot. So last night I coughed so much and I just kept coughing up crap, coughing up crap. I was exhausted. Exhausted. I guess I should make dinner. I just need to make a salad. It means cutting up lettuce and throwing it in a bowl. Throw it in a bowl. Chop up salad, throw it in a bowl. Yeah. Well, Faye, I hope things get better with your parents. I hope they get settled in. I know Chris's aunt, they put her on antidepressants. I don't think they're giving them to her though. That's part of the problem. So, yeah, and the same thing happens with her too. I'll take her to the hospital to double check she didn't have an infection, blah, 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 you know. I think they waited like a week and a half for results. So I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It shouldn't take that long. Hydrate, y'all. Get your water in. But yeah, it's such a pain. Such a pain. Do you have somebody else there, Faye, that while you're gone can handle some stuff? Checking in, making surprise visits, that kind of thing. I hope. I hope. I hope. Yeah, if I lived there, I'd definitely be doing it. Don't tell the nursing home either, because I know you're having to tell them you're out of town. But you know, don't let them know somebody's coming by. Let them just pop in and see how your parents are doing. Oh my gosh. They are in a place, right, Faye? Did you finally find a place? Because I tell you, even with having them in a place, it's still a full-time job. Chris's dad, we ended up getting full-time 24-hour nurses at the facility he moved to, which was better at memory care. But like I said, they didn't recognize, oh, he's losing weight. Maybe we need to switch him to finger food. So even the best of places, I mean, it was way better than the Sunrise chain. But you still have to, oh my gosh. Oh yeah. It's hard when you have to do it all your own or when you have a sibling who's not on the same page or doesn't realize how things are. Because my grandmother, she lived till she was 93. Bless her heart. Oh my gosh. She was amazing. But we would go up there to visit her on the weekend, and she would just talk, talk, talk. Her memory was incredible. My dad would be like, "Oh my gosh, she remembers bands I don't remember. She's triggering my memory to things I'd forgotten." Um, but just incredible. But then, as the weekend wore on, by Sunday, she wasn't completely out of it, but she struggled. Really, really, really struggled. My dad would be so depressed. He would be terribly depressed. He'd be like, "Oh, I just feel so bad that she's losing her memory." And I'm like, "She's 93. 93. She's had a great life, you know? And she doesn't remember that she can't remember. And she's perfectly happy. The woman never complained. I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to bitch about everything. You know, I'm going to bitch about the food. I'll be like, "Oh gosh, what is this industrial stuff?" I might have to go down and take over the kitchen. But no, it's really hard. So, but no, and for him, I was like, "Dad, don't feel sad. Like she doesn't know. She doesn't know that her memory is failing her. You know, just be happy that she lived as long as she did and had a great life. You know, a great full life. Like his grandmother's life was cut short. His grandfather's life was cut short. But my grandfather lived to 80 something with heart issues, which is really, he started having heart issues in the 70s, and he lived well into the 90s. I mean, and he was what, 87? Like my dad didn't even live to 87. My dad only made it to like 73, 76, somewhere in there. I think only 73. Can't recall now. But yeah, my grandfather lived way longer than my dad did, which is amazing. We also went up to Mayo Clinic. You know, he had the money to be able to do that for his health care, even though he was pretty far away. That's where he had all of his heart stuff done. So, yeah, but I don't know. Life is so unpredictable. It really is. Chris and I are always fighting on over who's going to last longer, who's going to live longer, who's going to need the money. There you go. There you go, Faye. I like that idea. And I'm thinking, like, if Chris dies before I do, you know, would I move to like, would I move somewhere like Mississippi just because it's cheaper to live there? You know, so I'm thinking by the time I need a nursing care, it's going to be freaking expensive. It's ridiculous now for the lack of care you get, you know? And you know my fear, Faye. Oh, tomorrow we're meeting at 5 o'clock. We have, so I shouldn't be late for trivia, but we're meeting with a financial advisor tomorrow. So I'll be glad to get that over with. That'll be nice. Oh, look at this. So nice and saucy. Look at that. It's all thick. It's all thick mun. So that is the chicken adobo. All that luscious sauce that I made the rice for. That rice is going to absorb this nicely. I might have to add a little bit more moisture to that tomorrow. I mean Saturday when we go to eat it. Just so we have a little more saucy sauce for the rice. But yeah, that is Saturday's dinner done. Now, let's look at tonight's dinner. The laundry's ready to be long too. I asked Hunter to get the laundry. He wouldn't do it. I don't know why. Hunter let me down.
I know, and he has those long arms too.
All right. And here is the jerk chicken. I'll bring you over near the light though. Come into the light. Come into the light. There is the jerk chicken. Look how good that looks. And I like it when it gets kind of brown like that because it gets, the herbs get a little crusty, a little crispy. It is so good. Then we got our rice already, and I'm going to make a quick salad. So I'm going to go, y'all. I'm going to go so I can get this done. Oh, yeah, I forgot to clean the lamp for you there. But I'm going to go so I can eat. Have I eaten today? I have not eaten today. All right. So, yeah. Oh, no, I did. I did eat today. You know what I had last night? I told you I didn't feel like cooking. So we ended up ordering pizza, but I like thin, super thin crust pizza. And I get a light sauce on it, and I just do spinach and mushroom on it. And I had some of that today. So that was my breakfast, cold pizza. But anyway, yeah, come over tomorrow, Penny. We'll see you, 7 Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, trivia, 80s music. And then Saturday night at the same time, same bat station, we'll have an interview with Mr. Mark Kropka, Pirate Radio, on his music endeavors. So we'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. And again, Faye, if you need to call me anytime. Love y'all. Bye.